So a lot of videos have come out in the past. You might have seen it on your YouTube feed talking about Manchester United. Are Manchester United truly finished? In fact, there was an article in The Guardian, which was previously known as the Manchester Guardian, the famous British newspaper, which talked about how Manchester United have gone from being semi-failures to epic failure. So yes, this is a time of doom and gloom for Manchester United. So I thought I should talk about the period of Manchester United's history between Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson and look for any parallels, if at all. So let's get into that. Everyone knows about Sir Matt Busby, the man who rebuilt Manchester United from the ashes of the Munich air disaster and created one of football's greatest dynasties. Everyone worships Sir Alex Ferguson, the architect of modern-day dominance. But what about the years in between? Between two legends was a 17-year period of confusion, decline, false dawns, and forgotten managers. Case in point, Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013. It's been only 12 years. That period was 17 years. Let's see if there are any similarities. This is the story of Manchester United after Busby and before Ferguson. Many regard it as the lost years. In 1969, Sir Matt Busby stepped down as manager. He had given Manchester United their first European Cup just a year earlier in 1968. It was the crowning jewel of a glorious career. Sir Matt Busby was a giant, and replacing a giant is never easy. In came Wilf McGuinness, Busby's former player, only 31 years old. But Wilf was thrown into a dressing room still dominated by titans, George Best, Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law, men who had played for Busby, not just a manager but a father figure. McGuinness struggled to control the dressing room. The results dipped, and in 1970, after just 18 months, McGuinness was sacked. The club in desperation asked Busby to return temporarily. That was the first sign Manchester United had not planned for life after Sir Matt Busby, and that mistake would haunt them for years. Then came Frank O'Farrell in 1971, a promising manager from Leicester. He brought a calmness, even discipline, but the cracks were already visible. George Best's lifestyle was spiraling. Dennis Law was aging. Bobby Charlton would soon retire. The golden generation was fading. By 1972, results collapsed again. O'Farrell was sacked, and in came a name many fans today barely remember, Tommy Docherty. The Doc brought energy, passion, and a no-nonsense style. He cleared out the old guard and built a young, exciting team, full of flair, pressing, and pace. Players like Lou Macari, Sammy McIlroy, and Steve Coppell became fan favorites, but in 1974, the unthinkable happened. Manchester United were relegated. Yes, one of the biggest clubs in the world dropped to the second division. Yet in true Manchester United fashion, they bounced back the very next season, and in 1977 a moment of redemption was there. Manchester United beat Liverpool in the FA Cup final, denying Liverpool a historic treble. Docherty was a hero, the fans loved him, but then scandal. Tommy Docherty had an affair with the wife of the club's physiotherapist. The board, citing moral grounds, sacked him. Just as things were improving, chaos returned. Next up, Dave Sexton, a tactician, a thinker, but a man lacking charisma. He brought in stars like Ray Wilkins and Joe Jordan, but the football was often dull. Manchester United finished second in 1980, but it never felt like progress. After 4 seasons with no trophies, Dave Sexton was gone. Then came Ron Atkinson, Big Ron, full of swagger and media charm. His teams were exciting with talents like Brian Robson, Norman Whiteside, and Paul McGrath. In 1983 and 1985, Manchester United won the FA Cup. There were flashes of brilliance, but there was never a serious league title challenge. By 1986, Manchester United had started well, winning their first 10 league games, but it collapsed fast. The pressure mounted. Ron Atkinson was sacked in November. The club had tried everything: disciplinarians, tacticians, charismatics. Nothing worked. The shadow of Sir Matt Busby still loomed large. Then, On 6 November 1986, a 44-year-old man from Scotland walked through the doors of Old Trafford. He had just broken the old firm stranglehold with Aberdeen, beating Bayern Munich and Real Madrid along the way. What was his name? His name was Alex Ferguson. No one knew it then, but history was about to change forever. The years between Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson are often forgotten, a blur of missed opportunities and managerial chaos. But they mattered. They remind us that greatness isn't a guarantee, that even the biggest clubs like Manchester United can lose their way, and that before every golden era, there is a storm. This was the storm before the legacy of Sir Alex Ferguson. This was Manchester United between the legends. Stop me if this sounds familiar.